Oh, it's you. I know you've been looking at other YouTube channels. And you know what? I don't care. Me? I don't care. You think I care? You think I care? Jealousy is a weird thing. It's one of those things that people around you generally hate. Whether you're feeling it, whether your significant other is feeling it, whether your dog is feeling it, whether the racially ambiguous guy on the screen is feeling it, it's just not attractive at all. People out there link it with insecurity, possessiveness, jealousy, I was gonna say, selfishness. Nothing good ever comes out of being jealous. So feeling jealousy basically just means that you're insecure, immature, wired wrong, weird, just an overall piece of shit. Well, that's just great. Doesn't tell you how to fix it though, right? Doesn't tell you what to do if you feel it. If anything, all this talk does is make you feel like an expired bag of lentils. But what if I told you that jealousy is as useful to you as fuel is to your car? If you have a car. Well, you'd probably say, you're full of shit. And I am. None of this is researched, but it's practiced. And it's worked for me so far. Okay, so what's the plan here? What does this mean? How do I do this? What are the steps? What race am I? To use jealousy as fuel, we first have to be okay with it and understand its value. Jealousy is linked to possessiveness. Yeah. It is. But is possessiveness all that bad? Let me ask you something. If you went out to the mall and you bought yourself all brand new drip, like I'm talking brand new crew neck, $70 crew neck, brand new sweatpants, Lululemon, nice new chain, Louis Vuitton belt, just balling. You got it all in a nice box. You come home all excited. You put it in your room and then you go to work because you have to work that day. Then you come home and you find your roommate wearing everything you just bought. Wouldn't you be a little bit upset? Wouldn't you want to hang this guy by the ankles and take your entire childhood trauma on him? Yeah, I mean, I would too. But you wouldn't. You want to know why? Because instead of hanging him by the ankles and taking out your day on him, you would actually take the clothes, make sure they're okay, make sure there's no creases, make sure there's no stains, make sure there's no holes, make sure the clothes are as good as they were when you bought them. And if someone is flirting with your significant other or with someone that you're dating, the same feelings might come to the surface. The thing is though, after you got your clothes back, you wouldn't crumble them up and throw them in the barbecue and light that bitch up. Same thing with the date. Same thing with your significant other. If someone's flirting with them, sometimes our instinct is to like get mad at them, which is weird. But it's kind of like what it is. And that's why jealousy is linked with insecurity, because of this accusatory element that it comes with, which is where the energy tends to go. It's a whole ass misfire in our one-cylinder emotional engine. See, I think that the reason why people lash out in anger when they get jealous is because they think jealousy is inherently a problem. But if you think about it, jealousy is like this split-second instinctual fear that what we love, whether it's brand new drip or your significant other, might be taken away from us. Okay, so how do we handle this energy? Which is a lot of energy, man. Like that shit will keep you awake all night. It'll make your head spin at 9,000 RPMs. Energy is good though. I mean, that's why people scam their doctors into giving them Adderall, right? So jealousy, if used right, could be a good thing. Okay, so now this is where the hippie side comes out. I'm about to say some real corny shit, so prepare for the cringe. Whenever you get jealous, use that jealousy to fuel your love for your significant other. Next time you get jealous, understand that jealousy and appreciate the fact that you love someone so much that the mere thought of them slipping away scares the shit out of you. That is someone so special, man. Someone worth loving. Someone who even your brain, who's not very good, at least my brain, knows, hey man, this is something good. Okay, now here's another question though. What if your significant other is the one doing the flirting? And I'm not talking about ambiguous flirting where you don't really know. I'm talking about like clear signs that they're flirting. Like touching someone a little bit too much, you know, sucking their thumbs or something. That I would say, this could be a territory where you experience a really dark kind of jealousy. This is where this really dark, envious monster peeks its head out and it's really scary. But even that can teach you something really valuable. And this can happen in all sorts of scenarios, not just in a romantic relationship. It's especially gripping when someone is better than you at the thing you do best. Let's say, for instance, like me, you worked in a tire shop, or you are now working in a tire shop. And out of all the shop, no one can mount tires as fast as you can. You pick them up with one hand, you put them in the hooks, old rubber out, new rubber in, 30 PSI, 30 seconds, stat. And one day, new kid shows up, and he is everything you're not. This guy's charming, funny, good looking. He's everything that you want to be, but better. Just an all-around better person than you are. And he comes up to the mounter, and you ask him, have you ever mounted a tire before? Humble kid, he's like, yeah, I've done it a few times. Ram 1500 shows up, 50-pound tires. This guy picks them up like they're your girlfriend's feather pillows, puts them up on the scale, old rubber out, new rubber in, 35 PSI, 15 seconds, stat. You are left there dead, destroyed. The one thing that you thought that you were for sure better than this guy, turns out he is way better than you are. That can awaken the ugliest form of envy, this big monster that will consume you in anger. And you can either let the monster in you win by filling yourself up with rage and anger and taking it seriously and taking yourself seriously and let it consume your every thought. Fill yourself up with that hatred, resentment that will feel good at first, but will consume your sanity until you're nothing left other than the shell of a man. Or you can just laugh at it. Laugh at the fact that you're all worked up because someone is better than you at mounting tires. Somewhere in the entire world, someone is better than you at mounting tires. Realizing that, yeah, you know what? I'm not as amazing as I thought I was. I'm not the most amazing person in the world. And acknowledging that if you were the most amazing person in the world and the most perfect person at something, life would be kind of boring. It's like when you play a game in God mode. Like, yeah, it's fun for the first 5 minutes, but then you're like, come on, give me a challenge. Okay, so now you're like, yeah, well, in that moment, sure, it would be nice to laugh at it, but I am being consumed by this jealousy. How do I get to the point where I'm just laughing at it? And the answer is psychedelic mushrooms.